In January 1959, 9 Soviet hikers, all young, experienced, and full of ambition, embarked on an expedition into the frigid Ural Mountains. The group was led by 23-year-old Igor Dyatlov. Accompanying him were 8 friends, all accomplished hikers with survival training. Initially, there were 10 in the group, but one member, Yuri Yudin, fell ill shortly after the trek began and returned home, a decision that would ultimately save his life. The hikers set out with high spirits, documenting their journey in diaries and photographs. By all accounts, they were well prepared for the challenges ahead. But as they approached the slopes of Kolatsyacho, translated as Dead Mountain, things took a dark and tragic turn. On February 1st, they pitched their tent on the side of the mountain in the midst of a snowstorm. It was an unusual choice, as the forested area below would have offered more shelter. But Dyatlov reportedly wanted to practice camping on an open slope. That decision may have sealed their fate. When the group failed to return by February 12th as planned, a search party was launched. What they found shocked everyone. On February 26th, the rescuers discovered the group's tent, partially buried in snow and inexplicably torn open from the inside. Belongings were left as if abandoned in haste, and no sign of the hikers was immediately visible. The first bodies were found a short distance from the tent near the edge of the forest. 2 men, dressed only in underwear, lay by the remains of a small fire. 3 others, including Dyatlov, were found between the tent and the forest, as if trying to return. But the real horror came weeks later. In May, as the snow thawed, the remaining 4 bodies were uncovered in a ravine. The injuries were unlike anything investigators had ever seen. 1 hiker had a fractured skull. 2 others had chest injuries so severe they were compared to a car crash. Yet, bizarrely, there were no external wounds to match. Even more chilling, 1 victim was missing her tongue and eyes. The official investigation concluded that the hikers died due to a compelling natural force. But that explanation has raised more questions than answers. Was it an avalanche, a misstep during the night, or something more sinister? Some believe the group encountered a top-secret military experiment, pointing to strange orange spheres reported in the sky by witnesses in the area. Others suggest infrasound, a phenomenon where wind creates vibrations that can induce panic in humans. And of course, there are more outlandish theories, like a Yeti attack or alien interference. To this day, the Dyatlov Pass incident remains one of the most baffling unsolved mysteries. In 2020, Russian officials reopened the case and attributed the deaths to an avalanche. But many experts and enthusiasts argue that the evidence doesn't fully support this theory. So, what do you think happened that night on Dead Mountain? If this story gripped you, there's more where that came from. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more real-life mysteries that will leave you questioning everything.